Hey everybody. So I wanted to do a video and I'm gonna talk about this more a lot more. I'll get more into depth about it. But as parents, there is a lot of things that I notice when dealing with my son and the picking up him from school, taking him home from school, doing all the cleaning, doing all as a single parent, you're doing all everything basically. But you know, I had realized that over a period of time, I started seeing there was a lot of things that I had noticed as being a parent. Now, I had a lot of questions, like they said this on B93 this morning, about how women, we tend to do it all. And then men wonder why women are like so emotional with their feelings and why relationships don't work out and things like that. There are a lot of men, I'm not going to say all of them, but quite a bit of them that have gotten to relationships and they had stated that they were going to do a lot of things for their significant other. And that never really happened the way it was supposed to happen. So when sorry guys, my phone. So when we deal with these things, it becomes so much of an overload for women. And I think what has happened with my son, because now he's gone from going to elementary school to, going to kindergarten pretty soon. And there's just a lot of transitioning. And eventually I do plan on moving to another state because I'm like, it's not a good environment for him from Louisiana to South Carolina. So ideally, when we are looking for good partners, it is very hard, especially because we're living in millennial times. And the millennial times is basically a time where women, we are looking for much more than we ever had before because of technology. And not to mention, women just don't, I'm the type of person, I don't tolerate a lot of BS that men play games and did this and done that, because like those times could have been happening years ago. And I'm not the person that likes to be dealing with the playing around, not knowing what you want, commitment and things like that. I mean, a lot of people are scared of commitment, but if you're not ready for the whole full relationship, don't question women as to why they get upset when these things happen, because it happens. And I'm not saying men don't do it, but a lot of females, we are very tired of the nagging, the pushing around, the things that should be done, but they quite aren't done yet. So I know a lot of women get online and they talk about what they've gone through, and I've seen it in Matthew Hustler's courses. I've seen it in Matthew Coast. He's talking as far as to finding a good man, which I believe there are good men out here, but there are a lot of men who don't want to play the role as a father figure. And then there's some women who just hurt just as much as anybody. Don't get me wrong, because women, we cheat too, and some women do it even far worse. But it has to be, we have to come to the conclusion as to what we are looking for in a significant other. Because if you go around playing your games, your card games, and you think that this is going to work and it's not going to work, well, don't question women as to why they break up, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. And I'm going to be very honest about that, because I've noticed that far in between, when people get into relationships and when it gets down too late, women just don't want to tolerate that stuff anymore, including myself, which is why I've had the mindset of understanding that people are going to get through their different challenges, and that challenge may be different for that one woman from another. Some women can tolerate that kind of stuff. Other women choose to put up with that kind of stuff, playing around and not wanting to call it official, and being these type of situational ships, as they call it, and just they cannot. I refuse to tolerate that kind of stuff. And then men wonder why women have high expectations. Hey, I have high expectations because I know what I'm worth. I know that I'm not going to carry around certain STDs or whatever you want to call them, you know? So instead of putting yourself in a position where you feel like you don't, you know, if you're going to tolerate more from a man and he's going to do certain things violently to you, or if he's going to say certain things to you in a very disrespectful way, you're only tolerating that. You're only allowing yourself to be put in that type of situation when you allowed him to doing that. But like, quite frankly speaking, I don't tolerate that kind of stuff from men. I used to have that kind of energy. Don't get me wrong, but my energy is not like that anymore. My energy is, you better come to knowing what you want out of a relationship. And if you don't want it, don't waste my time. Very clearly. And I see a lot of women who are wasting their times away when they could have been having somebody better. That's all I'm saying. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live for the next 10 to 15 years trying to figure it out and trying to get things together when it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be making more YouTube content. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I welcome you with open arms to my YouTube channel. And I definitely will be making more content, and you don't want to miss out.